Hey guys, it's Todd Does It. Today I'm going to be putting in a Anderson storm door. This is a 4000 left-hand model. I'm going to be placing it on my front door. It says what you need is a screwdriver, drill, tape measure, safety goggles, and Phillips head adapter. It looks like a drill as well, so we'll see what we can do. Alright, first thing I did is just went around the outside with a razor blade of the box, just to open it up. I've got the directions in here, as well as the different pieces, and it looks like a box with all the fittings and so forth. So, we'll see what we can do. Alright, the next step I'm going to do is take the screen off of here. There's a little clip. You just press the clip down to release it. Hopefully it works. And then it should let the screen release, and then you can take it out. It looks like it's stuck, so I'm going to try doing that. And then the other step is going to be to remove the storm door portion of it. I went in, took the stuff out of the hanger kit, so it's your little compression things, some screws, and so forth. Nice thing is, you can see right there, they give you a little 1/8 inch drill bit is what you'll need, so you don't even need to buy that. So, we'll see what we can do. Alright, so the next step I did is I just took the little glass door part out, the window, and put it up on edge. Recommends doing that so it doesn't get damaged, and lay the screen down flat. Then you have the door itself, so we're going to take these little plastic pieces right here, that's a little shim, you got to keep that there. Same thing with this. And then the little plastic piece here was stuck inside, so you just pull up like it says, pull with pliers, and then it comes right out, and you should be able to take the little glass piece out. So, alright, one step I forgot to mention is that they recommend you measure before you take anything out of the box the height. So from my door right here to here, they recommend 2.5 inches distance this way for your handle. So I look like I should be okay at 2.5 clearance wise. And then from the bottom up, it's going to be about 40.5 inches, which we'll put it right about here. So I think it should work out for me, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, the next step is going to be is that I'm going to take the door and slide it bottom end first, keeping that little shim right there in place. And then they're going to have these little holes. They're about right above the hitch, or the handle. You're going to screw, or you're going to pre-drill these with the drill bit they gave you. Right when you put it on the door frame itself. So I'll go ahead and set that in there, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so I got that screw in here, just pre-drilled, and then screw it in on that side, as well as the other side over here. The door itself holds itself up. One thing to be careful with, make sure this piece, this edge right here, is flush with the door frame on both sides. If not, just shimmy the door back and forth, and then kick it in at the bottom, it should fit. So now there is a series of 8 more screws that I'll go ahead and put in as far as on the outside. So you put those in first, and then you go from there. Alright, so I've got all the other screws in, except there's these 2 screws right here with the little plastic piece here that's actually holding the screen closed. So I left those out. Those are the last 2 that I was going to do. That way things won't slide around, so all you do is just kind of flip it out, and then when you get the door frame itself open, you can go ahead and then pull those out. So I'm going to leave those until later, but don't forget about them. If you do skip this step, like I'm going to do, you just go back and screw the screw in afterwards. But just pre-drill it a little bit, and then go ahead and then just screw your screw back into it. So, alright, one thing I had to do on this one after I was looking at it a little bit is shim the bottom of it up, because up at the top it didn't look perfectly level. So it's off a little bit, and what that is so the water drips off of it, but it just didn't look cosmetically right. So just shimmed the bottom just a touch, and then re-screwed the screws back in on this side. So it looks a little bit better now. So that's one thing I did. Your door frame may be a little bit different, so as you do it, you may not have to do that. So just take a look at it. Okay, the next step is there's 2 little handle holders right here to keep the door from opening up and transport and putting it up, so you have to go ahead and remove it. So what you'll have to do is right inside there's 2 little pieces, and you'll take something, it says Phillips head screwdriver, but I use the needle nose pliers, and just put it in there and push. And you can see, and just push it in. You can reach it. and then it'll go ahead and pop them out. And you can just pull them out. So then you open the door. So that's it. These little latches up here then will just keep you from opening it as well. So you just have to open it, and then you should be able to pull the door right open. You should be all set. All right, there you go. Okay, I figured out how to get that little orange piece out. So it was stuck here, and all it is you just grab it, pull it real hard, and it pops these two little plastic black pieces out. And they give you a color match kit with two little buttons that you put right into the little holes. So as you put them in, and then they just fill in. So you use that there. You can pull that little plastic piece out. So then the next step after that is you'll see there's a series of little holes all on the inside of the little foam fuzzy piece, and those are what you'll attach on the inside of the door frame here. So you just do that and go around, and then as you do that you'll have it all attached. So then after that would be doing the rest of the hardware. So that's that part. Alright, the next step's going to be to just remove the little plastic guard pieces. You'll see this little plastic. So you're going to go all the way around, remove that little protective film on both the outside and the inside of the door, and then get all your components ready. So I just opened the box for my handle. It's a nickel piece, but it has your inside and outside brackets, handles, your lock, key, and some screw sets, as well as this is the little plate that goes between the door and the door frame. So this was the part that I had, storm door handle set. I'm using the 45-minute install, which is the door that I'm using as well. So it matches the whole kit. So as I look through this, I'll put it together and kind of let you know everything that I figure out. Alright, the next step is to put the handles in the door. I kind of started it out already. I haven't screwed it in. But what they recommend you do is you put the handle in, point it down to the front frame before you connect it, and then rotate it so it's pointing vertically. Do the same thing on the back side, push them together, and then rotate it horizontally. And then it should lock a little bit, make a sound, and then I just pre-started the two screws on the top and bottom, so those will go in to combine everything together. It does not have the locking mechanism yet, so that'll be the next step. Alright, the next step is going to be to put the deadbolt piece in, and that's just right here. So this piece will slide straight through here, and then as you get it in, you'll see there's a little screw piece here, and that'll just get screwed in when you put the little kick plate in there. So you slide it all the way through, then you take your kick plate and you would put that in the right angle, like that. So it would go like this, and then you screw your screw in down to the bottom and the top. The bottom one will lock right into your deadbolt. The top will go right into the door. So that's how you do it. Okay, so I got the top screw, which is the short screw, and the bottom screw, which goes into the deadbolt, done. One thing to be careful with, if you do the handle and it seems to bind, it means that your top screw is screwed in a little too tight. So just be careful there. So you want to make sure that all your components work, the deadbolt. And then the other thing, the nice feature of this is, and it tells you on the side, if you slide this little piece up and use your handle, it should lock, and that's actually how you remove your window pieces. So you want to verify that that works correctly, and then when you return it, it shouldn't go up. So that's how you check to make sure you put everything in. Close door, pull on it, doesn't open, and then it opens if you do the handle.